and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making a low carb, delicious ramen soup. Super easy, really just such a great dish that you can make. I kind of make it as a meal prep, so I like to make enough that I can have right now and that I can have for lunch the next day as well. First thing we're going to do is we are going to heat up a bowl. You want to use about like a medium-sized bowl. And this can be something, if you want to use like one of those clay ones that you can eat from, you can use that. You can use this and then transfer to another bowl. It really just depends on your preference, whatever you want to do, but I like to use one that's kind of on the smaller side. My bowl is now nice and hot. My pot is now nice and hot. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in some kimchi. I want to start cooking the kimchi to get all the flavor out, and I kind of like it to just be a little bit softer. And when you cook it before you put it in boiling water, I think the flavor comes out a little bit better. We're heating up our kimchi. I'm also going to add in some gochujang paste. This is just some chili paste. You don't have to specifically use this one, but any chili paste will do. Adds a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of more spice. If you don't like your soup or anything on the spicier side, you don't have to add the chili paste. Let's saute this all together. I'm also gonna add in the whites of a scallion. So I just cut the scallion or green onion and I separated the green from the white part of the onion. And combine this all together as well. We're gonna let the kimchi and the green onion cook for just a minute or two. This is such an easy go-to soup on like a cold day, or if you're just looking for a really quick meal to make, this is perfect for that because it's full of vegetables, it's low carb, filling, and it's really delicious. Now I'm gonna add in some mushrooms. I'm using shiitake mushrooms. You can use whichever kind of mushrooms you want. And I'm gonna mix this all together as well. I'm using a non-stick pot, so if you've noticed, I haven't used any oil so far. If you are using like a steel pot, just put a little bit of a neutral oil in just to make sure that the vegetables are not sticking to the pot itself. I have some boiled water here. I'm going to add 2 cups of this boiled water. And we're gonna let this all simmer. For some extra protein and nutrients, I'm also gonna add the kettle and fire chicken broth. Not sponsored, but if you're looking for a really clean broth, this is the one you wanna go for. Let's mix this all together. I'm gonna cover the pot with the lid and we're just gonna let this go up to a simmer. If you're enjoying this video so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and also like this video. We've brought this to a simmer, so I am gonna lower the temperature a little bit. And at this stage, we're now gonna add in our noodles. So for my ramen noodles, I really like to use this brand. I've used it in another video before, and this is just honestly the closest thing that I've found to a low carb alternative noodle that has a really nice texture. This whole package is 10 calories and only 2 net carbs, which is super great if you're trying to lose weight, trying to keep your calorie count down, your carb count down. I'm not sponsored, but this is a really great brand. So make sure to use my Amazon link down below if you're interested in purchasing this specific brand of noodle. I'm just gonna add this directly to the pot. And before I use the noodles, what I like to do is I like to take them out of the package, strain them, and then rinse them in some cold water. That just adds the additional, makes it a better texture before you actually use it to cook with it or anything like that. I've brought the soup back up to a simmer, and now I'm gonna add my choice of additional protein. So I like to use thinly sliced beef. You can use, if you go to the store, they either have like really thin cut beef that's for cheesesteaks or anything like that. Sometimes the Asian grocery stores have a better selection of the thinly sliced beef. So that's what I like to add, but you can add whatever you want. You also don't have to add any extra protein at all if you don't want, but I always love to add the thinly sliced steak or beef to my soups. It's also my favorite choice when I go to hot pot or anything like that. And I'm just going to kind of separate it and drop it into the soup. It cooks really quickly, so I like to add it towards the end now that this has all been simmering together. I'm gonna mix this all together. As you can see, the steak is already almost fully cooked. It's super thin, and this is, you know, boiling water, so it's gonna cook really, really quickly. I'm gonna add some salt. Mix this together. And now for the final stage of our soup, I like to add a little egg. So what I'm gonna do is I have an egg that I've cracked into this little bowl right here, and I'm just gonna drop it into the center. I'm gonna cover my pot with the lid, and we're gonna let this simmer for about 2 minutes to let it finish cooking. Our ramen soup is now finished, and these are totally optional, but I like to add some additional toppings. I like to take some sesame oil and just put a couple dashes right in there. Some sesame seeds. Some fresh green onion. And then some chili flakes, just for some additional spice. Of course, I like my stuff on the spicier side. If you guys are new here, I love spicy, and if I can make it spicy, I make it spicier. So that one is totally optional because we already have the kimchi and the chili paste. But look at how incredible this looks. So easy, so delicious, low carb noodles, low carb dish, high protein. Let's get a taste here. Look at our delicious egg. The yolk is perfect. I'm gonna take a little bit of everything here, some of my beef, some of the egg, the mushroom, the noodle. Cheers. This is such a comforting soup. Perfect for the fall, perfect for a nice chilly day, or just if you're looking for an easy, low carb, low calorie meal. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Also hit that notification bell to never miss a tasty upload. Till next time.